Provisions relating to communication of offer and acceptance. The communication of offer and acceptance must be complete so as to bind the concerned parties, because as soon as the communication is complete, the parties lose the right of withdrawal or revocation. If you communicate, that's it. You cannot withdraw. That's the idea. When communication offer is complete, the communication offer is complete when it comes to the knowledge of the person to whom is made. Suppose you are communicating from A to B, the B, if it comes to know, then the communication is complete. In case an offer is made by post, the communication will be complete when the letter containing the offer reaches the offeree. X of Agra sent a letter by post to Y of Delhi offering to sell his car for rupees 1 lakh. The letter is posted on 1st January. Letter reaches on 7th January. The communication of the offer is complete on 7th January, because only on 7th January Y is receiving the letter. An offer accepted without its complete communication doesn't bind the offer. G sent his servant L to trace his lost nephew. When the servant had left, G announced the reward to anyone who traces the boy. F found the boy and brought him home. When L came to know this reward, he claimed the reward. It was held that L was not entitled because he did not know about the offer. We saw that, right? Communication is important. When his communication of acceptance is complete, it is different times for proposer and acceptor. Rules regarding the communication of acceptance. As against the proposer, the guy who is making the proposal. When does the communication completes? When it is put in a course of transmission to him so as to be out of the power of the acceptor. In case of acceptance made by post, the proposer becomes bound by the acceptance as soon as the properly addressed and stamped letter of acceptance is duly posted, even if such a letter of acceptance is lost or delayed in post. You post a letter saying accepted, then it is complete. As against the acceptor, what happens? The earlier thing was against the proposer. Now the person is sending the letter. When it comes to the knowledge of the proposer, in case of acceptance made by post, acceptor becomes bound by the acceptant only when the letter of acceptance is actually received by the proposer. The time gap between date on which letter of acceptance is posted and date on which letter of acceptance is received by the proposer can be utilized by the acceptor to withdraw the acceptance by a speedier method. If you are sending the letter by post, you can send another speed, maybe a speed post or a telegram. X of Agra sent a letter by post to Y of Delhi offering to sell his car for rupees 1 lakh. The letter is posted on 1st January. Letter reaches Y on 7th January. Y sent his acceptance by post on 10th January. X receives the letter by 15th January. In this case, the legal position is as follows. Communication of offer 7th January. This reaches Y. So that is the time. Communication of acceptance, what happened? is sending by post 10th January. Communication of acceptance against the acceptor is 15th January, because that time only he is receiving it. After posting the letter of acceptance on 10th January, we can withdraw his acceptance by his PDF. Position of contracts over telephone, telex or fax. Telephone is simple, right? Telephone is like a face to face. When you are talking, you receive. In such cases, the contract will be complete only when the acceptance is received by the proposer, not when it is transmitted. Suppose you are calling, the other guy didn't receive it, or the call got cut, then it is not allowed. While Y was conveying the acceptance, line went dead with X could not hear. No contract. You cannot revoke because immediately it receives. It is received by the acceptor or proposer. There is no way you can revoke. Provision relating to revocation of offer and acceptance. Revocation means taking back, withdrawal. What is the time limit with which offer can be revoked? According to section 5 of the ICA, proposal may be revoked at any time before the communication of the acceptance as complete as against the proposal, not the afterwards. Agra's person sends a letter to Y. Y accepts on 7th January at 1 p.m. by letter. Here X may revoke his offer anytime between 1 p.m. before 1 p.m. not afterwards. Revocation must be expressed, should be told or written. Revocation must move from offerer himself or a duly authorized agent. Notice of revocation of a general offer must be given through the same channel by which original offer was made. Suppose you are saying, I will give 1000 rupees for anybody finding the dog in a Hindi paper, Madras edition. Then you have to again advertise taking back the offer. I will not give, cancelled. You have to give again in the Chennai Hindi paper. Maybe now first offer in Chennai Hindi paper, second offer in Dinatandi Vidupuram doesn't work. Offer cannot be revoked even if the letter of acceptance is lost or delayed in transit. What is the time limit within which acceptance can be revoked? According to section 5 of the Contract Act, acceptance may be revoked any time before the communication is complete against the acceptor. We saw that Y may revoke the acceptance any time before 3 p.m. because that is the time X receives. If both the communication arrives at the same time, then whichever reads first, the telegram and the letter comes first together. If the person reads the telegram first, then the whatever contained in the telegram has a precedence. When is the communication of revocation complete? Different times for person who makes it and person to whom it is made. The rules regarding that. As against the person who makes the revocation, when it is put in the course of transmission. As against the person to whom it is made, when it comes to his knowledge. For him, by post or whatever, no control of him, he sent it. Then, only when he reads it, the other person has got a revocation, communication complete. You saw this thing. So when reaches the telegram, if Y revokes his acceptance by telegram, Revocation of acceptance is complete against Y when the telegram is dispatched.